See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. They bought homes with the intention to refinance. Now they're stuck. Listen. I have been talking about this over and over and over again, not to do this.
Stop it. Get some help.
And I've been explaining it over and over, telling you stories. And now we're here. Now that the market has more inventory, we're seeing stories like this come out. But listen, guys, remember, I did tell you that something like this was going to happen. That individuals who bought earlier are now going to regret it. And not only that, but we've seen so many polls. I've done so many videos of individuals who came to this conclusion before this family did. And guys, we're going to talk about it. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, go ahead and join my newsletter. It's free. You can't beat it. It's in the description, in the pinned comment. Also, any financing that you need for investment properties, let it be duplexes, office buildings, anything like that. I've been a lender for almost 20 years. I think I know what I'm doing. I can really help you out with that. You will see that information down below. But guys, let's jump into this. It says they bought homes with the intention to refinance. Now they're stuck. Do not buy these overpriced homes and then think that you're going to refinance because somebody like your bank or loan officer or a real estate agent told you. Guys, listen.
You don't have to worry about this price of this home. Guess what? Just down the line, there's going to be 4 interest rates cuts. The Fed is going to drop rates so fast next year, you won't have to worry about it.
But where are those real estate agents now? Where are those loan officers that told you this? That guess what? The Fed is going to drop. The rates are going to drop. You won't have to worry about this overpriced home that you paid for. Where are all these guys now? Crickets.
What did I just tell you?
And I've been telling you guys this, do not focus on the interest rate. How many times have I said it over and over and over? Focus on the price of the home. And most people are saying, Orlando, I can't wait, man.
I got all this money that I need to spend. I'm sorry, man. I'm just going to have to do it.
And now when you end up in a situation like this, waiting forever to refinance, and it gets worse than that. But I'm not going to spoil it for you. Let's continue on. It says Stephen and Catherine Wolf missed out on the ultra low mortgage rates of the pandemic. By the time that the couple secured solid jobs and could buy a home, borrowing costs more than doubled. Rather than wait, the former renters jumped into home ownerships in fall of 2022. They also stretched buying a Bakersfield home that carried an uncomfortable monthly payment. Stephen Wolf figured the pain would be fleeting. Within a year, rates would drop enough to allow them to refinance and put hundreds of dollars back in their pocket. That was the mistake. See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Listen, let's go back and just listen to what he said. They also stretched buying a Bakersfield home. If you come to me and say, hey
man, look, I'm stretched to buy this home. I'm at the top. I mean, one thing happens to this home, I won't be able to make the mortgage. I won't be able to make property tax. I won't be able to make the insurance payments.
You shouldn't buy that home. Do you hear what I'm saying? Let me repeat that one more time. If you are buying a home and you are like, I'm stretched, I don't know what, anything could happen and I could go into foreclosure, I would have to figure out how to make this mortgage payment, getting another job, cutting expenses, all other types of stuff. I know. People in the comment section are like,
Orlando, you're telling people that they can't buy houses and they shouldn't buy houses.
I'm telling you, if you cannot afford, I don't know how much in plain English do I have to say this. If you cannot afford a home, do not buy a home. You shouldn't be stretched buying a home. He figured the pain would be fleeting within a year when rates drop enough. Who told you rates was gonna drop? Because you ain't watching my videos. I'm telling you guys, the Fed is on the fence. Do you think that the Fed is gonna drop rates when inflation is through the roof right now? It ain't happening, guys. And even if the Fed does drop the rates, what do you think he's gonna drop it by? 25 basis points? Something that won't even do, he may even do it one time at the end of the year to give you guys a gift, but it won't make a difference. That is my point. It's not gonna make a significant difference. These guys are waiting for rates to get down to 4%. Someone told them that, hey, the good old days are coming back, and they're not. We did this with the expectation that we would only have to weather this high payment for a chunk of time. The 37-year-old English teacher said, now the chunk of time is looking like it might be permanent. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I keep telling individuals, If you think rates are gonna get down to 2%, 3%, you're gonna be waiting a long time.
Orlando, come on, man. It's just one couple, right? Who cares about one?
Let's go on to another story. It says a woman here in Twinsburg, Ohio said she's taking a second job. A man in Oregon says he's putting money away for retirement is a distant thought. I'm not trying to shame these guys. I'm not. This is a teachable moment.
Teach me.
A woman in Twinsburg, Ohio is taking a second job. Do you want to take a second job? Do you want a second job? Most of you guys don't even want your first job. So you telling me you want a second job? And then it says retirement is a distant thought for one man. A distant thought. You're telling me this man is saying, I don't even know if I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna be working forever.
What?
Who wants that? I don't. I can tell you that right now. I want retirement. You do too. So you're telling me that people who bought homes, who overpaid for a home, and now they're at this high interest rate thinking that it was gonna disappear and they could refinance, these individuals are having a very, very, very hard time in this market. Some said they are now selling their homes and will need to soon. Chelsea purchased a home in Highland Ranch, Colorado. A 35-year-old tech worker called the experience horrible. She says, I only bought it because the loan company really pushed that interest rates were going down. That they were going down? Where? Show me a chart. Show me where you got this information that interest rates would go down. Oh, is this the same group of individuals who literally said,
Yeah, inventory is gonna be so low that everybody is gonna be trying to buy a home.
where's inventory now? Has anybody looked at what inventory is now? I think it went up. I could be wrong. Did it go up? Yeah, I think it did. I think now we're getting, what does it say? Inventory's back to pre-pandemic levels?
Leave me alone!
Who would have ever guessed that? In Wolf's case, he said his family's monthly housing costs jumped nearly $1,500 when they ditched their second floor apartment and bought a Bakersfield house for $421,000, in part because he and his wife wanted a yard for their 2 children. Listen, guys, I can't make it up. If you've watched my videos, you know that I always say this. Why would you pay extra just to have a yard? That is an expensive yard. He probably paid $100,000 just so his kids can play in the yard? Maybe 50, 60? I know, trust me, I know. You have kids, you have a family, you have a wife, you have a husband, you have family just in general. We know this. We know that you want to make sure that you and your family can have the dream home that everybody wants. I am not saying that you should not get that. What I am saying, listen to me, what I am saying is let's use logic.
You have to use your mind.
Let's use numbers. Let's use the math that we have to decipher if this is a good financial decision for you. If you are telling yourself you have to stretch to make this work, don't get it. If you are saying, I don't know where the market is gonna be, but if the market goes south, I'm gonna get hurt by that, you probably shouldn't buy. If you are unsure if you are gonna lose your job and your job stability, you're like,
They could fire me next month.
should you be looking for a home right now? Probably not. If you need interest rates to come down to purchase that home, you need them to come down, because if they don't come down, 2 months in, you're gonna be behind and you could lose the home.
Who does that?
It's that cut and dry. Let's use logic instead of emotion. I know it's hard to divide those things because you're buying a home for your family. I get that. But do not exchange buying a home for your family for bankruptcy. Do not exchange buying a home to go through foreclosure. Let's not do that. And I know everybody is telling you,
Hey, you better buy now, because if you don't buy now, you don't know what's gonna happen in the next couple of months by the end of the year. It's gonna skyrocket so high that you won't be able to ever afford a home again.
Stop the cap.
isn't it better to sit on the sidelines and be cautious rather than being financially strained? I would think so. Unable to knock down his monthly payments through refinance, the family is making little progress paying off other debts, and Wolf is working an extra period. His wife, Catherine, a speech language pathologist, has picked up a weekend shift she wouldn't have if rates had dropped. Did you hear what she said? She wouldn't have if rates have dropped. And I don't know about you, but when you're buying a home, I would hope that you're not trying to give every dime, dollar, and penny that you have to pay the mortgage. that you have to scrape money together to make the payment. That's not what we want, guys. And this is the reason why I say sit on the sideline. This is the reason why I say you need to make sure that you put you and your family first and do not overpay. That's the reason why I say these things. And we are starting to see this happen in this housing market, guys. So again, this is a teachable lesson, guys. And hopefully you got value out of this content, because we all know you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, get you into your first rental property. And guys, the information I will give you, it will be gold. See you on the next one. Thanks.